Alright, glad you're on board with basically starting over again. So we'll have a bit of a different approach, I think. So the first thing we're going to do is just refresh some of the longer note durations here. We'll just use some two-finger power chords to begin with. So I got drums and bass along with this. So just practice with Guitar Pro right now. This way, making sure you're definitely following everything, hearing everything the way it's supposed to go. So yeah, just change the tempo within Guitar Pro every time. And that's what I want you to do for both 1 and 2. Just after you reach 10 minutes, so when you're working on number 1, like set a timer or something. Once the 10 minutes is up, get one more good take and call it a day. And then move on to number 2. Work on getting as fast as you can for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes is up, get one more good take and call it a day. And then we're going to talk about scale stuff after going through these things. So when you're getting ready to practice this stuff, make sure that the metronome and count ins, these two things up here, make sure these are off. Let's have those off, because I got a count in already programmed here with the drums. And if you want, you can also turn the guitar off after a while. Just make sure that panel's turned on. Just come down here and mute the guitar. But you can leave that on as well. I'm just suggesting you could turn that off eventually and just follow the drums and the bass, and then all the guitar is you. So totally up to you. But let's play this at some different speeds here. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Alright, so starting at 60, here we go with number 1. Let's do it at 120. 2, 3, 4. More at 180. All right, put that back down at 60 before sending it over. Alright, number 2, single note stuff. So with this, a big thing I want you to focus on is keeping fingers down. So for this first line, the index finger stays down the entire time. When you're playing the second bar, I want your index and middle fingers down at the same time. When you add in the 10, or the D note, you're going to have first second and fourth fingers down all at the same time. Only take your pinky off to get back down to the 8. Take your middle finger back off to get down to the 7. So you see you got each note 4 times, then each note 2 times, then each note 1 time. And then it will be a similar thing here. So the index finger stays down the whole time. Basically throughout this whole thing, there's no need to remove pressure from your index finger. So even when you get to this note, keep it down, so this way when you transition down to the A note, the index finger stays on the low E string. So don't take that off at all. Keep that down. So here, index finger's down, and then you add the B note, so you'll have your first and third finger down. 8th fret comes in, you'll have your first, third, and fourth finger down, and then take the pinky off to get back to the 7, ring finger off to get back down to the A. So just like up here, you got these notes played 4 times each, then 2 times each, then 1 time. So here we go. 60 beats per minute for number 2. Choked. I need to watch the screen. I jumped ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play it at 120. Doing that. 3, 4. One more at 180. Okay. So in addition to working on these two, I want you to practice your improv stuff. So for this week, we're just going to use that C major scale. I found a backing track that sounds pretty easy to solo over, I think. It's just under 6 minutes long. So you're welcome to pick a different track if you'd like. I feel this one's a pretty good one because it's not too long and the chords are pretty easy to solo over. So I'm going to bring that up now. Eventually drums, bass kick in here as well. So yeah, just using that C major scale shape. That's the focus this week. So whenever you start on the 8th fret there, 8, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 12, 13, 10, 12, 13. That shape there. And just smack some notes around. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just trying to have some fun with it, get familiar with that scale, and once you absolutely have that memorized, that scale up and down, then we're going to add in the D Dorian shape, and just do one little thing at a time. So, any questions, please let me know, and yes, so we can start. If I for some reason forget to say this in your email, we can push your lesson back an hour. So you're on the East Coast, so 5:30 is when we start right now, but if you want to start at 6:30, that's the latest I can do on Wednesday, so that would work totally fine with me. So I believe 6:30 for you, that'd be 4:30 for me. So yeah, just let me know if you want to do that, and we can definitely push it back. All right, I will talk to you soon.